let me tell you something. Look it, man. I've been an Atlanta fan for 45 years.
Late night vibes, we're turning up the heat. T-Will on the mic, can't accept defeat. My ATL sports show, he's running the game. Atlanta Falcons fly high, you know the name. In the heart of the A, where the pride runs deep. From the Braves to the Falcons, he's keeping it real, no sleep. He's got the scoop, every player, every play. Bringing the thunder every single day. T-Will, T-Will, shining bright on the airwaves, bringing sports tonight. Atlanta heart, with a soul so free. My ATL sports show, it's the place to be.
ATL Falcon fans, welcome to the show. Thursday Night Throwdown with yourself, with your host T-Will, yours truly, and your host T-Will. Doesn't look like Debo is going to be joining us tonight, or he may join us later. Not sure. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. I know a lot of you are watching the game, so may consider moving this as it is Thursday night in prime time as games are going on. Hopefully everybody is well and doing great out there. Tonight we are talking about our beloved Atlanta Falcons. We are talking about 90s movies and 90s R&B and a whole lot of other stuff, but mainly Falcons. So welcome to the show. Happy to be here with you guys. And without further ado, hey man, let's get to it. So tonight, we are talking about our beloved Atlanta Falcons, where they've been, what they've done, and what they're trying to do. Where they've been, what they've done, and what they're trying to do, right? So they just left Minnesota, where they went in there and took care of those Vikings like it was nothing. Okay. Defense looked great. Defense looked outstanding. Looked amazing. So yeah, now their agenda, their objective, if you will, is to go into Bank of America Stadium and pound those pound those Panthers. Beat up on those Panthers. Yeah, so let's get into it. Welcome to Thursday Night Throwdown on For My ATL Sports 1. Tonight, Falcons Vikings recap, takeaways, Falcons Panthers preview, 90s movies and music trivia, and a time warp segment on This Week in the NFL back in 1997. And two trends that are shaping the NFL right now. That's right, not one, but two. So, the sitch. Nobody says situation anymore. At least that's what my kids tell me. They say, it's the sitch, Dad. It's the sitch. Or maybe people say situationship. I don't know. But anyway, the date is Sunday, 9/21/2025. It's at 1 o'clock, Bank of America Stadium. Okay, that's the current game. But let's follow up on these Vikings and Falcons. Falcons went in there and beat them 22-6. They gave those folks 6 points. They said you can have 6 points, nothing more. And there's two things you can do about it, Vikings. Nothing and like it. Pick one. And they did. Highlights. Bijan Robinson rushed for 143 yards on 22 carries. That dude, to quote the great T.O., has some get somewhere in his shoes. Dude's got jets. And he cuts on dimes. That's a very old Kenny Mayne saying. For those of you folks over 40, Kenny Mayne's a former ESPN announcer. But yeah, he cuts on dimes. 143 yards on 22 carries, man. He was getting it. I think he like outgained or almost outgained the Vikings by 30 yards. So I think he rushed for 143. He receiving was 25 for 168, and I think the Vikings total offense was like 190. So yeah, in a way, it was kind of like Bijan against the Vikings. Just kidding. That defense shut them down, and hey, man, Falcons offense. Hey, man, they showed up when it counts. Michael Penix passed for 135 yards, but then he really didn't need to do more than that, right? So, 13 of 21, no interceptions. J.J. McCarthy wore it, okay? J.J. McCarthy took a beating. 6 sacks, I don't know how many hurries, 2 interceptions, at least 1 fumble. Not a good day for J.J., right? Big picture. Falcons go to 1-1. They outgained Minnesota 326 to 198 in total yards. Time of possession. Falcons held the ball for 36 minutes, 32. Vikings held it for 23 minutes and 28 seconds. Party people, this is the definition of a butt kicking. This was a beatdown. This was your old man taking you to the woodshed saying, son, I don't want to hear that. No. You're never going to do that again, buddy. Yeah, this was an old-fashioned butt kicking. All right. Quick recap. Leveraging the front 6 sacks and ground game identity carried over into the Panthers week, okay, or hopefully should carry over into the Panthers week. And, just to set the context, the Panthers don't have the greatest run defense. So we should be able to run the ball against them. They don't. I think they're missing some folks on their offensive line. So, in other words, we should pick up right where we were. Hopefully we can get 4, 5, 6 sacks again, maybe 7 or 8. I don't know. I'm like LeBron now. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. Whole bunch of sacks, right? Offensive matchup, Falcons D versus Panthers. Oh, Falcons defense versus Panthers offense. Panthers lean on Bryce Young. Week 2 versus Arizona, 35-55, 328 yards. 3 TDs, 1 interception. Week 1 in Jacksonville, 154 passing yards. Very pedestrian with drive-killing turnovers. Chuba Hubbard, steady outlet. Week 1, 16 of 57 for rushes, or 16 rushes for 57 yards. 3 for 32 and a TD and reception. Week 2, 10 for 38, 5 of 39, TD and a rush. Not great numbers. Plan or what the Falcons are planning to do, this again is an assumption, right? Replicate the Minnesota rush, pressure Young early, choke off check downs to Hubbard. That sounds about right. Defensive matchup, Falcons O versus Panthers D. Kyle Pitts threw 11 receptions, 96 yards, 8.7 yards per reception. He's your seam middle finder, not middle finger, middle finder if Carolina sells out versus Bijan. Who has edges? Falcons, Bijan and Algier versus Carolina front, Pitts versus linebacker safeties, mismatch potential if Penix is on schedule. Panther, if Young heats up like versus Arizona. Secondary depth if Terrell isn't 100% gets tested. And I don't even know that he's going to play. He immediately grabbed his hamstring in that last game. So I don't know that you're going to see A.J. Terrell come Sunday. I just don't think you're going to see him. So we're going to have to make do without him. If you are in the chat, and I don't see anybody, so maybe just say to yourself, who's going to score the first TD, right? Specifically. I'm going to go with the Falcons, and it's going to be Bijan. Final score, I'm going to go with 27-13. Those are my thoughts. If you guys should make your way into the chat, by all means, let me know. Drop your opinion. Let me know your thoughts. All right. 90s movie trivia. So on Thursday Night Throwdown, we kind of have a different vibe, right? So we not only talk about Falcons, we talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So if you're in the chat. When you guys get to the chat, if you get to the chat, you can type in your answers. If not, we're just going to go along. Which 1990s action film features the line "Yippee-ki-yay, Mickey Ficky," or "Mother, you know that word," in its sequel? Okay, so this is a 1990s movie. In the sequel, he says "Yippee-ki-yay, mother effer." That's an easy one. Who directed Pulp Fiction? Another easy one. In the 1999 movie The Matrix, what color pill does Neo take? Okay, what color pill does Neo take? Which 1997 disaster epic won 11 Oscars? Okay, give you a hint on that one. Some people in some water out there. A couple of them drowned. A lot of them drowned. Which 1995 heist film famously paired Robert De Niro and Al Pacino in a diner scene? Which 1995 heist film famously paired Robert De Niro and Al Pacino in a diner scene? What's the name of the island in Jurassic Park? What's the name of the island in Jurassic Park? Which 1996 Tom Cruise film made "Show Me the Money" iconic? In Men in Black 1997, what's the memory wiping device called? In Men in Black, circa 1997, what is the memory wiping device called? Which 1991 film earned Anthony Hopkins an Oscar for Hannibal Lecter? And which 1998 Coen Brothers film introduced the dude? Okay. And as there's no one in the chat, it looks like I have no choice but to go ahead and give you guys the answers. So, let's see here. Where are we? Yep, we're here. All right, 1990s action film features the line "Yippee-ki-yay, mother effer, Die Hard 2." Die Hard 2. Who directed Pulp Fiction 1994? Quentin Tarantino. In The Matrix, what color pill does Neo take? It's the red pill. In which 1997 disaster epic won 11 Oscars? That is going to be Titanic. Which 1995 heist film famously paired De Niro and Pacino in a diner scene? That is Heat, and that is a great movie. That's one of my favorite all time. I love Al Pacino. I love Robert De Niro, but Al Pacino is one of my favorites. That scene is one of my favorite scenes ever. What's the name of the island in Jurassic Park? What is the name of the island in Jurassic Park? And it is Isla Nublar. Isla Nublar. I probably butchered that. Which 1996 Tom Cruise film made "Show Me the Money" iconic? And of course, that is Jerry Maguire. In Men in Black 1997, what's the memory wiping device called? It is called a neuralizer. In which 1991 film which 1991 film rather, earned Anthony Hopkins an Oscar for Hannibal Lecter? Of course, that's Silence of the Lambs, right? Mr. Lecter, Mr. Dr. Lecter, Dr. Lecter, Clarice. I ate his, what did he say? I ate his spleen with some fava beans and piquante sauce. I love that line. Which 1998 Coen Brothers film introduced the dude? That is The Big Lebowski. The Big Lebowski. All right. Well, hey, man, just a little fun exercise. Shake you guys up a bit. This week in 1997, okay, new stadium debut on September 14th, 1997. Washington opened Jack Kent Cook Stadium, now FedEx Field, and beat Arizona 19-13 in OT. Gus Farrat, there's an oldie, to Michael Westbrook for the winner. Michael Westbrook, not Russell Westbrook for you NBA fans out there. Parcells versus the Pats drama. Same day, Patriots 27-24 OT over Jets. Curtis Martin ran wild, and Adam Vinatieri hit the walk-off 34-yard field goal. Week 3 slate flavor. Close games and OTs across the board that weekend. Classic late drive. Okay, so what's your favorite late 90s NFL memory? For me, I mean, I think it's obvious. 1998, Morton Anderson kicks the field goal, and our beloved Atlanta Falcons go to the Super Bowl. I mean, that was amazing. I remember my wife and I are watching the game. Oh man, we lived it. Talk about humble beginnings, but we were humble beginnings, and we're watching this, and when that kick goes through, I absolutely lost it, ran out into the street screaming, Falcons win, Falcons win, we're going to the Super Bowl, just losing it. And of course, it embarrassed my poor wife. But definitely my favorite late 90s memory from a sports perspective, I would say. Definitely that. Late 90s, right? I don't know. Other 90s memory that I have is the time my younger brother and I, or my youngest brother, Victor, went to see Pulp Fiction. That's one of the best times I've ever had with my brother in my life. That we laughed so hard I thought we were going to get kicked out of that theater. So fun times there. Definite fun times. Let's get into some music. Which Atlanta duo released AT Aliens in 1996? Which Atlanta duo released AT Aliens in 1996? Which 1991 album, Nevermind, changed rock radio? TLC's 1999 hit Warning Against Unsafe Love. What is it? Which diva asked, do you believe in life after love? 1998. The Fugees' 1996 smash cover of which Roberta Flack song? The Fugees' 1996 smash cover of which Roberta Flack song? Which rapper debuted Illmatic in 1994? I mean, gosh, I think it'd be obvious. Which boy band released I Want It That Way? Should be real easy. Mariah Carey's 1995 album with the song Fantasy is entitled what? Which 1997 Puff Daddy tribute topped the charts? And last but not least, which 1998 Lauryn Hill album won big at the Grammys? Which 1998 Lauryn Hill album won big at the Grammys? And I think we got somebody in the chat. We got Craig. What up, Craig? How you doing, brother? Hopefully you're doing well. I didn't see you, Craig, so that's my bad. Craig says 89-cent burritos. Oh, okay. You're talking about in the late 90s. You would have to be talking about the late 90s. Yeah, okay. I can dig it, Craig. All right, so which Atlanta duo released AT Aliens in 1996? That's going to be Outkast, right? Which 1991 album, Nevermind, changed rock radio? That is Nirvana. Smells Like Teen Spirit, another album. Shout out to Kurt Cobain. Rest in peace. Gone Too Soon. TLC's 1999 hit Warning Against Unsafe Love. Well, I would think that would be Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls. Which diva asked, do you believe in life after love? And that's going to be Cher. The Fugees' 1996 song smash cover of which Roberta Flack song, Killing Me Softly. Killing Me Softly. I love that song. Funny story about that. So before the Fugees remade it in 1996, I'll Be Sure remade that song in 1988. And Miss Roberta Flack, legend has it that Miss Roberta Flack was none too happy about that. She was not excited. I don't know that she was a fan of I'll Be Sure. Word on the streets is he's kind of a studio artist, so I don't know. I mean, I've never heard him live, but I just know she wasn't too happy about him remaking that song. I don't know if it was a thing where he didn't ask. I don't know the details, but I know legend has it that she was not happy about that. Which rapper debuted Illmatic in 1994? You're looking at a Mr. Nas Escobar. Okay. Which boy band released I Want It That Way? And if you guessed Backstreet Boys, then you would be right. Mariah Carey's 1995 album with Fantasy, it's called Daydream. Which 1997 Puff Daddy tribute topped the charts? I'll Be Missing You. Shout out to Biggie. Rest in peace, Biggie. Gone Too Soon. Which 1998 Lauryn Hill album won big at the Grammys? And that is The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. All right, guys, two trends shaping today's NFL. Number one, touchback now to the 35, right? So it used to be a touchback was at the 20. Mike says, hi, movie talk, bye. No, Mike, we're talking Falcons tonight as well. That was just kind of a thing, but we're talking Falcons tonight. So if you want to hang out, you can. We're talking everything. We're talking Falcons, NFL, a little bit of trivia, this and that. So, if you want to hang out, you can. If not, I totally understand. Island Mike, you might want to hang out. I'm just saying, I got a surprise for you. You might want to hang out, Island Mike. You might want to do that. Trend 2, heavier personnel and more man coverage to cover spread looks. 12 personnel usage, 2 tight ends hit modern era highs in 2024 and is carrying into 2025 as defenses toggle between 2 high and more man. Offenses are leveraging tight ends to stress rules. So in other words, a lot of defenses are now playing two safeties to basically keep the long ball down, right? To keep the bomb, to keep things in front of them. And so to combat that, a lot of teams are going to 2 tights, right? And the third bite of the apple, last Sunday, there were 9 teams that hit 30 points. 9 teams that hit 30 points. And look, there's a big difference between getting the ball on the 35 and on the 20, right? You get it on the 20, you got to go 80 yards. You get it on the 35, you have to only go 65 yards. And I think the NFL wants this because what sells tickets like scoring? Nothing. People want to see scoring. They want to see touchdowns. They want to see bombs. They want to see all of that. So that is in alignment with that. I totally get it. Let's get into these Falcons Panthers. Here are the key metrics from the Panthers. And sheesh, what is going on here, buddy? Sorry about that, guys. The Panthers offense struggled. QB Bryce Young was held to 154 yards. He also had some turnovers in week 1 versus the Jaguars. Suffice it to say, he was not very good. Craig says he's still getting used to the new kickoff rules. Yeah, I can dig that. Carlo, what it do, man? Carlo says, missing you by Puffy. Agreed, Carlo. Agreed. Week 2, Panthers amassed 352 total net yards, time of possession, 33-15 to 26-45. Also, Panthers struggled early, but nearly came back. I don't know if you want to say that just because, that game was over. It was garbage time, and that's when the Panthers gained a lot of those yards. So, think what you will. I think that game was over. Let's get into some tendencies, right? So, offensively, the Panthers rely a lot on Bryce Young. In week 2, he had decent yardage, but slower starts and turnovers hurt. Defensively, they give up explosive plays, especially early in games. Carlos says, I had to update my chat. I was behind. I was behind too, Carlo, believe it or not. Mike says, I'm back. I want a blowout, but it is a conference game and at Carolina. I'd like to see a blowout too, Mike. Nothing wrong with that. Offensive matchup, Falcons D versus Panthers offense. Key players to watch, Bryce Young, top rushers Chuba Hubbard, wide receivers McMillan. Falcons defensive line and secondary will need to disrupt early and rhythm and capitalize on turnovers. Does anybody know if AJ is playing? I don't think he would be. because that hamstring did not look good. And I don't think you want to play around with that, but I don't know. I don't know what the official word is. So if you guys hear it, let me know. Let a brother know. Falcons will want to lean on the run given how successful it was versus the Vikings, exploit the Panthers' early game lapses. Penix Jr. must manage the game and protect the ball versus defense that will try to force turnovers. And I agree with that. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Keys to the game. Falcons must protect the football, dominate the line of scrimmage in the run game, and build a lead early to force Panthers into more aggressive, risk-prone play. Island Mike says, I say 24-17, too close, but we are the Falcons. Island Mike, spoken like a man who's been watching our birds for 40 plus years. I tend to agree with you. I do tend to agree with you. Okay, so Craig says, I feel like Walker will have a get back game because he is from Carolina and probably felt disrespected when they did draft him that high. You know what, Craig? That's a good point. That's a very good point. I did not think about that, but that is an excellent point. Keys for the Falcons: win early downs in the run, keep Penix in second and manageable, heat up Bryce Young, meaning rush him, force him, pressure him, force throws to the boundary, rally to Hubbard flats. Pitt's usage seems over routes, RPOs, glance, make Carolina's linebackers tackle in space. Pitt's been doing pretty good. Bold predictions: Bijan and 100+ yards rushing again. I don't know that that's a bold prediction. I mean, bold prediction might be Bijan 150 again. Like, okay, that's bold. 100? I don't know about that, especially against his Carolina defense, but you never know. Let's see. Pitts 6 catches, 1 explosive 20-yard, and defense 2 takeaways. And Craig says 103 to 3 Falcons. Yeah, that's a bold prediction, Craig. That's wow. I don't think that's ever been done before. So that is interesting, my friend. Craig says Walker is going to show out in front of his family and friends. Amen. From your mouth to God's ears. Over under. And guys, I'm sorry, I thought Debo would be here. So it's just going to be T Will. And you guys in the chat, over under, Pitts has 5.5 or 6 receptions in the game. Okay, Pitts has 6 receptions in the game. Over under, drop it in the chat. Island Mike says, worry about Young running and their rookie McMillan. He has a huge height advantage on our guys. Yeah, he is tall. Craig says over. I'm going to say over 2. Island Mike, over under, Pitts catches 6 receptions. Give me your thoughts on that one. All right. So, Island Mike, this is what I wanted you to wait for, buddy. I've got a new segment, and it's one of the few segments that's on all my shows. Again, all my shows, not One Time for the Fan, but every show that I do on my channel that's just T Will or T Will and somebody. It's the fans of the week, and Island Mike, you happen to be one of them. So, Online Tuna, who's a fan from New Zealand, I mean, gosh, man, enough said. You know what I mean? Enough said. Island Mike, for your quote, I'm the biggest Falcons fan in Puerto Rico. Wait, I'm the only Falcon fan in Puerto Rico. I thought that was kind of funny, man. Wait, Island Mike says under? Under? Really, Mike? Okay. All right. Big Low, what are donkey hooters, T? Well, I thought that was funny. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but I thought that was funny. And Eric Parker says Jack closes refrigerators with his hip and says, bow. I just thought that was funny. I think Eric said that like about 3 weeks ago, and I'm still laughing at it. So I thought it was funny. Anyway, this is a new segment that I'm going to have on all my shows. It's basically fans of the week. There's typically going to be 4. And yeah, if you say something funny or innovative or new or relevant, you're going to be up there. Let's see. I read Pitts was hurt, and the same with Pierce. I didn't see that Pitts was hurt, Island Mike. So I didn't know that. His toe. Okay. Well, we'll have to look that up. All right, Island Mike, you might want to hop off for a sec. So we will be giving the final score, but I mean, this is kind of like a movie quote section. So I don't know if you want to hang out on Island Mike. It'll be 3 or 4 minutes, but you're welcome to hang out if you want to. All right, so we're at the segment in the show. What'd you say? Favorite movie quotes from the 90s. I'm gonna say the quote. You guys got to guess the movie. Hasta la vista, baby. Hasta la vista, baby. I know you guys know this. Next movie quote. You can't handle the truth. Son, we live in a world with guns. Who's gonna do it? You, Lieutenant Weinberg. You have the luxury. Show me the money. Show me the money. Oh, Island Mike says that's why I said under. Okay, I get it because of the toe. I got you, Island Mike. Next quote. Keep the change, you filthy animal. You got 10 seconds to get out of here. 1, 2, 10. What movie is that from? All right, next quote. Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could that they didn't stop to think if they should. 82 Oh, you guys are getting it. So 82 Monte Carlo says A Few Good Men. That's right. He says Terminator. No, he says Jerry Maguire. Craig says Terminator. Monte Carlo says Home Alone. Craig says A Few Good Men. You guys are all right. I think, all right. So I think you've gotten everything, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they should that they didn't stop to think if whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should. Cut. Terrible line, T. Will. Look at Mike getting in on the action. Terminator, Home Alone, love it. All right, this next one. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Jenny, I just kept on running and running and running and running. That's a very easy one, although my accent sucks. And then the last one, get busy living or get busy dying. Get busy living or get busy dying. You guys are doing pretty well. I got to admit, you guys are doing pretty well. Forrest Gump, that's right. You guys got that one. You got that one. So there's 2 more you guys got to get, I think. Yeah, there's 2 more. There's 2 more. So there's your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should. And get busy living or get busy dying. I'll give you a hint. The get busy living or get busy dying was quoted by someone who was a narrator in a lot of movies. And he started on The Electric Company. Very great African-American actor. Okay. And then the other one, I'm just going to give it to you. It's Jurassic Park. So your scientist quote was from Jurassic Park. And the last one is Mr. Morgan Freeman from The Shawshank Redemption, which, if you guys did not know, was actually written by Stephen King. I did not know that. So, yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys for playing. I appreciate that. Hey, it's a very quick show tonight. But, guys, if you can, drop what you think the score is going to be. I'm going to say it's going to be 27-13. I know what Mike said. I think Craig gave me something, but give me what you think the score is going to be for this weekend's game. I'm going to go ahead and say 27-13 Falcons. I'm going to say Penix throws for 285 yards. Oh, we got Miss Carrie in the building. Miss Carrie, baby. Yeah, Mike said Shawshank Redemption. There you go, Mike. Carrie says, hey, T. Will, 100-0 is my score prediction. Oh, wow. She's on her Eric Parker. She's channeling her inner Eric Parker. Craig says 42-6 or 103-3. Damn. Dang, Craig, you got me cursing. Working on my cursing. My bad. Let me be accountable. It's me. Yeah, I don't think it'll be 103-3. Like that, those are Madden scores. I mean, come on. Like that's a Madden score. I don't know. I wonder if there's ever been a game where an NFL team scored 100 points on somebody. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Craig says 16 in one season. Mike Island Mike says more like Romo Parker. Okay, I can dig it. I can dig it. I can dig it. Carrie says, I'm on with Eric Parker. I just watched a new episode of the Falcons on the Rise that came out today. And every time I watch those, they have me ready to run through a wall for our Falcons. Let me tell you something. Miss Carrie, baby, is dedicated, man. You're talking about a dedicated Falcon fans. That young lady hates to lose. Okay. She was so upset when the Bucks came in and to our house and beat us. Kerry says the biggest blowout in NFL history was a 73-0 victory by the Chicago Bears over the Washington Redskins on December 8, 1940 in the NFL championship game. Wow. 73-0. That's a beatdown. Craig says, I'm going to tell Zach to give me the sticks if he can't get the offense right. I heard that, man. Either Mike says, why do we still have three kickers? We are always so weird. You know what, Mike? That is weird. But that is the most Falcons thing ever. Like we're like low key drama queens, right? Like why would you have three kickers? What's the point of that? Because you don't want to tell Cool you got to go. I mean, sometimes you just got to break up with the girl, man. Look at you already found somebody else. You're not doing her any favors. Just go ahead and break up with her. It's not going to work out, okay? It's not going to work out. I'm sorry, Brienne. It's not going to work out, okay? Kim's better in 100 million ways, all right? It's been real. Peace, two fingers. You got to go. Sometimes you got to cut the cord, man. Sometimes you got to cut the cord. I'm just saying, Go ahead and end it already. Carrie says, I do hate to lose. Laugh out loud. Wait, what'd she say? I do hate to lose. Laugh out loud. Hate when our Falcons lose even more. That's true. Carrie agrees with the three kickers. That's so weird. Carrie says, it's like we got our new boo thing, Parker Romo. We are still stringing the X along. Cool. Yeah, we are. We are stringing the X along. You know what I mean? Because we have so many memories and we like their family and our families are intertwined and we don't want to look bad, but we're having the time of our lives with the new boo thing. You know what I mean? I mean, hey, you know what I mean? And it happens. But you got to cut the cord, man. You got to cut the cord. Craig says we like to stand out like 28-3. Island Mike says, and two starting QBs. My brother said that. My brother said we got the best backups in the league. It's kind of funny when you think about it, right? You paying like well, maybe it's not funny, but anyway. I thought that was kind of cute. Yeah, that is weird, man. That is, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know what in the Falcon they're thinking, right? Like, I don't get it. Who has three kickers? And what are you doing? What are you doing? And the thing about it is, I do think they're going to keep him. So maybe they don't fully trust Parker Romo. You know what I mean? I'm speculating. But in Raheem's press conference this week, he says, well, we can send him up and down 3 times or something like that to D-Led. And so it kind of led me to believe that they may be doing this for a while. And maybe they just got to see, game action. Maybe they don't fully trust him. I don't know. But you're not doing Koo any favors by doing that. Craig says the most expensive backups. Either Mike says Carrie doesn't like to lose, but she is a Falcons fan. Laugh out loud. Yeah, but I think our Falcons are going to surprise some folks this year, Island Mike. I really do. I think they're going to surprise some people. I think some folks are going to be, I think they're going to be happy about it. I really do. So we will see. We will see. We will see. We will see indeed. It's going to be very interesting. Island Mike says Koo's confidence has to be totally shot by now. and they would want to put him in a game. Crazy. Yeah. I think he's hurt, Island Mike. I really do. I think he's hurt, and or either that or he was hurt and his delivery is so off he just can't find it, right? Because when you're talking about being a kicker is kind of like being a pitcher. You have to do the same thing over and over again. You have to have a repeatable delivery to accomplish what you're trying to do. And just by his responses on these missed kicks, the falling to the ground, the oh no, he doesn't know where it's going, right? So on that last kick against the Bucks, I saw exactly what happened. When he kicked the first one, it barely scraped. I mean, it barely got in on the left side. It barely got in. So he says to himself, all right, I got to push this right. But I think he's trying to push it right so it will curve back to the left, right? Kind of like how if you're playing baseball and you hit a ball, if you're a right hander and it goes to left field, it's going to go like this and then it's going to carry back to the left, right? But it didn't do that. When he hit it to the left, it just kept going wide right, which lets me know he's not getting the appropriate movement on his ball, which is an issue with his delivery. So that's me, but I think it started because there was something wrong with that hip. And look, the hips don't lie. Ha ha. I just think that his delivery is off and he's trying to find it, right? Kind of like a pitcher who, develops the yips, he can't throw it strikes anymore. I've seen that happen to pitchers. It's not pretty. It is not pretty. Um, Island Mike says the only thing hurt is his feelings. All right, Mike. Mike is taking shots tonight. Sniper Island Mike. Um, so yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I just think I think Koo's delivery is off and it's been off for about a year and a half, and I just don't think he's gonna find it. And I think, unfortunately, sometimes you just gotta cut the cord, man. You know. Now I would hate for us to drop him and him to go somewhere and be the greatest kicker ever because he found this new delivery and now he's making 70-yard kicks, but I don't see that happening. I do not see that happening with Koo. I just, respectfully, again, I don't play the game. He does. All respect due because he's doing something I could not do, but I just think he's done. I think it's over. So, it's just, again, sometimes you just got to cut the cord, man. Like the whole thing with Kirk Cousins, you should have benched him long before the 5-game stint. Just go ahead and cut Koo, man. Let's move on. Okay, let's not be greedy and think, oh, we're paying him, so we're gonna have him sit on the bench. Like, let's make a decision here, Falcons. Okay, either potty or get off the pot. And you know what I'm working on my Cousins, so I'm not gonna say that, but you guys know what I'm saying. Island Mike says, I feel it was the number change. It does mean a lot. Players are very superstitious. That's a good point, Island Mike. That's a good point. Guys have certain numbers, right? Like I was always number 7 or number 32. Those are my two. I mean, I had other numbers, but my two favorite numbers were 7 and number 32. And I felt like I played best when I had those numbers, right? So that was me. I don't know, man. I just excuse me. I think his delivery's off, and I don't know that there's a cure for that, right? I just think he cannot find that delivery, and again, it could be injury related, right? It could be when he does his normal delivery that he's got some sort of impingement or some sort of deficiency. It could be a chronic, it could be arthritis, it could be any number of things that where when you go to kick it the normal way, you feel extreme discomfort. And he's not going to admit that because who would? Talking $24 million. You better take that one to the grave, buddy. Craig says it's the turf. Laugh out loud. Oh, Craig, is turf toe? Is that what you're saying? Is turf toe? Hey, man, I don't know. I mean, it could be. Guys develop turf toe. It happens. Uh, Island Mike says too much Magic City. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, wow. Okay. Twerk. Are you saying he's whistling while he's twerking, Island Mike? Is that what you're saying? Is he going to get some lemon pepper wings? Hey, man. Well, hey, I can tell you, man, Magic City has some great lemon pepper wings, okay? All right. Or so I'm told. So I'm told. They have great lemon pepper wings. Okay. Just saying. They may be even better than Hooters, right? I don't know, but they're pretty good. Island Mike says Ritter is back. Watch out. Where'd he go? Did he go to the Bengals? Is that where he went? Or did he go somewhere else? I think he did. Hey man, look at good for him. Keep on. Hey, if at first you don't succeed, pick yourself up and try again. Craig says, Koo out there twerking too hard and blew out his hip. Wow. Wow. He was out there shaking his moneymaker. Is that what you're saying, Craig? Oh, Vikings. He went to the Vikings. Oh, okay. That's right. Because what's his name is hurt, huh? Man, the NFL is a circle. Ain't that something? JJ is hurt. Wow. Wow. Are the Vikings done? You guys think the Vikings are done? Because it kind of feels like they're done. I mean, look, I'm not trying to persecute Ritter. I'm not trying to do that. But it kind of feels like they're done. I don't know. Well, Kevin O'Connell is a quarterback whisperer. Let's see what he can do. But, even Picasso had to have his raw tools. I'm just saying. So we'll see. Interesting. I think the Vikings are done. Craig says they can have Kirk back. You know what, Craig? I don't think the Falcons want to get rid of him because he is probably the best backup quarterback in the league. I don't think they're going to. If I'm the Falcons and I made this statement to Miss Carey and she laughed me silly, she laughed me. She almost laughed out of her seat. She said, because I said they may be able to get a first round pick for him. And she was like, ha! Ha 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 ha. But what I'm saying is, if you got a team that's desperate, right? Let's say you got a team that's 6-0 and their quarterback goes down. And they know that, all they need is a game manager, right? They may, if they feel like they can make a deep run in the playoffs, they may be willing to trade a first round pick. Because if I'm the Falcons, what is it been? I've already paid him the money. What does it benefit me to trade Kirk at this point? He is a hell of an insurance policy for this year. He's not going to be back next year, but he's a hell of an insurance policy. Island Mike says they have Carson Wentz. Island Mike says, I just read the Falcons aren't interested in trading Kirk. No, I don't think they are. I think they said, look, we paid him. It's this year. Let's just get through it. Now, will he be back next year? Probably not, because they can cut him next year. But as far as this year is concerned, yeah, I don't think they will trade him. I think the Falcons, hey, we got an insurance policy just in case something happens. Let's ride it till the wheels fall off. And I can't say I blame them if he is healthy. Kirk's a hell of a backup. Island Mike says, I also read Pierce didn't practice much. Yeah, he's got that groin. So it may be a situation where he doesn't practice, he just plays. And it may have to be that way for a couple of weeks because, again, he does have that groin. So I think you're onto something there. I really do. Craig says, I don't think they get a first, but they aren't interested in trading him for a fifth or sixth while paying his salary. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna trade him. You know what I mean? So when I say a first, I mean Raheem should ask for that, right? Now, if some team is silly enough to give it to him, hey man, do not look a gift horse in the mouth. But some team, if they get desperate enough, you never know what they may do, right? Island Mike says, damn, why all these injuries? Hey, man, that's why they play the game, bro. I mean, injuries are a part of it, It is a brutal sport. And unfortunately, injuries happen. So, oh, boy. Oh, sorry, guys. I am so sleepy tonight. I got homework. I got stuff I got to study. Woo! It's gonna be a long night. Interesting. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Mike. I mean, that's a part of the game. You know, people get hurt. It unfortunately goes with football. You know, people get hurt. It's a part of it. It is a part of it. Hmm. If we cut coup, it sends a message. If you don't perform, you won't be playing. Yeah, Mike, I agree. I don't look at. I don't know why they're keeping them. I have no idea why they're keeping them. Right? I don't know if Coup may know where the bodies are buried. You know, I mean, I know Raheem said that he really hit me in the emotional bank in my heart, and I get that, but I don't know, man. I don't know why they'd keep him. Uh, I Miss Carrie Baby says, I hope Warner plays Sunday. Hasn't practiced in 2 days in a row. Yeah, we may see my guy Felipe Franks Carrie. And if you do, you guys are gonna see that this dude can block, man. The one thing this dude can do is block. All right. And all you ridiculing me about Felipe Franks, he's a great blocker. So whatever. Island Mike says, I know I played semi-pro football at age 48. Wow, you did, man. Island Mike, I'm so jealous of your life, bro. At 48, I played flag football at 48 and I got abused. I got abused. This dude put a move on me that was so bad, my own teammates were like, oh, oh, you all right? Oh, wait, because it was bad, man. It was bad, right? Because you got to understand, young T Will was hell. Young T Will used to put moves on guys like that. He used to shake the hell out of folks. Man, I line up, I played receiver and cornerback. I'd come out there on offense. Guy would come up and like want to press me. I'd run right by him. Hey man, table for six, end zone. Let's go. Touchdown. T Will is in fuego. And for the rest of the game, it was 10 yards back, baby. That was in my 20s and 30s. At 48, I was older. It was hard. My back would hurt. It was hard, man. It was everything I could do to finish the game. And so the last flag football tournament or game I played in, this guy gets an interception. I'm the last line of defense. I'm going to grab his flag. And he broke my ankles. He shook the hell out of me. It was so bad. He went right, left, right. I went to get his flag and my back tightened up and my hamstring caught and I went down and he went 50 yards the other way. And my teammates were like, ooh, and not because they didn't like me. It was just, it looked bad, man. It was a bad look. So, I get it. Let's see. Craig says, oh, either Mike says, Koo has a pipeline for Capri's from his hometown. Raheem. Oh, wow. Oh, that's pretty good, Island Mike. That's pretty good. You should be celebrated, sir. You should be celebrated. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Craig says T Will in his second life will be Frank. Shit. I'm done, man. I'm done. I got health issues. You will not get me back on the football field, brother. I am so sorry. Craig says 4 by ATL Franks. I can dig it. I can dig it. Sounds like I sell hot dogs, though, you know. Either Mike says, I also played semi-pro baseball at age 30. I'm crazy. No, you're just a hell of an athlete, man. I mean, look at you now. You look great. You know what I mean? If you guys would not believe how old Island Mike is. Like he looks like he's 20. And trust me, he is not. So yeah, I believe you did, Island Mike, because you've always been an athlete. Nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that at all. I can dig it. I can dig it. Wow. Wow. Hey, so Island Mike, what position did you play? Center field? You look like an outfielder. What position did you play? Island Mike says, I still want to play, but the boss says no. Yeah, I still want to play, but my knees and back say no. And my heart. And a couple other organs. And my ankles. My body just says no, right? Like Jack wants to do a flag football game with the content creators, but there's no way I will survive that. So I think I'll be a coach. But hey, man, I get it. Well, I look, Mike, the one thing about it that I miss it's not running by people and scoring touchdowns. I mean, I do miss that a little bit, but I miss being in the huddle with the guys, man. You know what I mean? Center field and linebacker and running back. Damn, I can believe it. Mike, did you have an arm? Were you throwing dudes out? I'm only 57. I know I'm only 55, but dude, you look like 22. I'm just saying. And I look 65. So there's a difference, Island Mike. I'm just saying, there's a difference. What the hell was I talking about? Anyway, yeah, man. So I was pretty good back in the day, but father time is cruel. That's all I will say. Well, hey, man. Craig says the only huddle T will is the huddle house. And you're right. You're right. The huddle house and Waffle House. It's not that many huddle houses around. I know of one by me, and it's not close. It's like 15 miles away. Yes, the teammates. Yes, I gunned everyone down. I had a great arm. Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome. That is awesome. So I played outfield. I could run like the wind. I could catch anything, but I could not throw to save my life. So yeah. Island Mike says not anymore. Yeah, man. Father time is cruel, man. I can dig it, bro. Father time is definitely cruel. Definitely cruel. No doubt about it, guys. Huddle House is the ghetto of Waffle House. Hold on, I'm not gonna laugh at that. It could be somebody in this chat that worked for Huddle House, man. I like Huddle House. They're okay. I'm not gonna do that. But Waffle House is the more I would say the more popular, but I can deal with Huddle House, man. Island Mike says I ran a 4.540. Well, Island Mike, I ran a 4.440, so we would have been in the same neighborhood, man. I can dig it. I wish I could have played left field and you played right field. Boy, they'd never get anything. They'd never get anything out of there, man. Oh Lord, we got the Panthers fan back. T Green says keep pounding. Nobody's even talking about that anymore, T Green. Jeez, man. How you doing, brother? You doing all right? Hopefully you're doing well, man. This dude had so much fun in the first show. He had to come back in this one, right? He's a Panthers fan. But yeah, I don't think you're gonna get what you want, buddy. I don't think you're gonna get what you want. Let's see. Island Mike says fun going down memory lane. Yeah, man, it really was, man. T Green says doing all right. Craig says the one thing Waffle House and Huddle House have in common is worrying about paying. Oh wow! Oh my God! Oh wow, Craig, you are so mean. Oh, Craig. T Green says, "Guess we have to see." Yeah, T Green, we definitely have to see, man. I'm proud. You know what, T Green? I'm probably gonna do a show. I am gonna do a show Sunday. So I know I'm gonna do one afterwards. I may do one before, man. Hey man, come check us out. All opinions, all fans are welcome. Although this is a Falcons channel, but all fans are welcome. All opinions are welcome. So hey man. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. I've got a very early morning tomorrow. I've got to do some studying. I got a lot to do. But hey, man, to those of you who were brave enough and bold enough to come here tonight, I really appreciate that. Island Mike says, I couldn't believe the Waffle House had no powdered sugar. What? They don't? Damn, you telling me something, Island Mike. I did not know that. What do they use, Island Mike? Now you got me curious. I didn't know that. What do they use in place of no powdered sugar? Inquiring minds want to know, Island Mike. Please drop it on us. Drop it on the one, Island Mike. Drop it on us. Let us know. What do they use? Now I'm curious. I mean, I'm still going to Waffle House tomorrow morning, but I'd like to know. Oh wow, Craig is insane. Craig says cocaine. Hey man, Craig, bro, you're that dude, man. You're him, Craig. Craig, you are empathy, man. You are that dude, man. You are that dude, man. Craig says cocaine. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Come on, Island Mike. I need to know before I go, man. I need to know, bro. You got to tell me. You can't leave me on a cliff like that, Island Mike. What do they use in place of powdered sugar? What is it? Splenda? What is it? Island Mike, I know you did not leave me on a cliff like that, bro. Island Mike, where are you? You got to answer. What do they use? Is it stevia? Like what? They got to use something for a sweetener. Crystal. Oh, wow. Oh, Craig. Oh, man. You know, there's a reason I do this show, man. And it's you guys are hilarious, man. You guys are I freaking love you guys, man. You guys are hilarious. You guys really are. You guys are you guys are the best fans in the world. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Oh my God, man. Well, hey guys, this has been fun. Thank you so much, everyone who showed up just to spend a little time. You guys could have been anywhere in the world. I just appreciate you guys. And hey, man, I hope you guys had fun. Not an elaborate show tonight, a quick little show, but hey, I hope it was worth it. I hope you guys had an amazing time. Carrie and I believe, oh, I love me some butter. Carrie and I believe, will be back at 8 in the morning. Carrie, let me know. Hit me up. Chris said the old book sugar. Oh, wow. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. I want to thank God for sending you all my path. I want to thank God for waking me up this morning. Mike, Craig, Carrie, who else was in here? Monte Carlo, man, you guys are hilarious. T Green, basically everybody that joined, man. Thank you guys so much. Craig, I absolutely love you guys, man. You have a great night. I will see you guys in the morning. I believe it'll be either me and Miss Carrie or me and somebody. But either way, we'll see you in the morning. You guys be safe. Have a great night. Sleep well. And hey, man, I'm so appreciative for you guys joining my show. Thank you guys. Really do appreciate you. And yeah, man, see you guys tomorrow. Mr. Jack Spade, Eric Parker, wherever you are, thank you guys. I would not be here without you, and I will eternally be grateful. You guys have a good night. Go Falcons and go Waffle House and go Huddle House and no booger sugar, Craig. Good night, everybody. Oh. Let me tell you something. Look it, man. I've been an Atlanta fan for 45 years.
Turning up the heat, T-Will on the mic, can't accept defeat. My ATL sports show, he's running the game. Atlanta Falcons fly high, you know the name. In the heart of the A, where the pride runs deep. From the Braves to the Falcons, he's keeping it real, no sleep. He's got the scoop, every player, every play. Bringing the thunder every single day. T-Will, shining